Okay, so I kind of timed the book and this series to coincide with the 15th anniversary of Bamboozled, its release in US cinemas. So it's kind of a celebratory thing here. But I want to take you back to when you came to making that film, and I want to kind of know what was your mindset, what inspired you to come up with such a kind of angry film?
Are you saying I'm an angry black man?
I would have said that if I was going to say it, but it's a
Man,
very powerful
lady,
film.
That lady wrote the article in the New York Times about Shonda Rhimes. Them black sisters tore her another. They killed that lady. Called Shonda Rhimes an angry black woman. When we did this film, we were approaching the 100th anniversary of cinema and the 50th anniversary of television. So I wanted to look at what has transpired. The thing about Bamboozled, which a lot of people didn't get, you can make the same film about women. You can make the same film about gay people, the same film about Native Americans, Hispanics, of how people have been dehumanized in cinema and television. So, and here's the thing, though. Now, you pointed out, I give you 5, my man, because I didn't even think about ISIS. If you remember the film, come on, I wrote this back in 1999. I already predicted that shit. When the Mau Maus execute Simon Glover, that was televised live. When I write that? When this shit happened in Louisville, the sex scandal, allegedly, where high school recruits, they were bringing in prostitutes and strippers. We had that shit back in 1998 when he got game. So people are late. Late.
So can you talk about some of your big influences for Bamboozled?
Well, number 1 is Facing the Crowd. My main man, the late, great Bud Schilberg, we were very close. Bud Schilberg wrote the script for Facing the Crowd. Facing the Crowd was a film directly after On the Waterfront, both directed by the amazing Elia Kazan. Network 2, but I thought that Pat Chayefsky wrote Network. That could not have happened if Kazan and Schilberg had not done a Facing the Crowd. And the thing about, I just love films that are visionary, because in Facing the Crowd, they have an item called, this film was made in 1957, and it had some type of pill called Vitajex, which is now is Viagra, but they had that, Bud thought about that in 1957. And he visualized how people will become powerful through the media. And I mean, he saw Oprah Winfrey. And he wrote that back in 1957.
And I think there's probably some kind of musicians in the house, and I wanted to talk about the soundtrack. As in all of your films, Bamboozled has a wonderful soundtrack, and you collaborate here with Stevie Wonder, Terence Blanchard, Bruce Hornsby. Can you just talk about the importance of music
Prince
in your
did
films?
a song too.
And Prince, and Mos Def's in the film, The Roots, Cannabis, everybody's in this film.
The Roots, they were the Alabama Porch Monkeys. I mean, the thing about Bamboozled, it's a funny film, but it's the type of film where even black audiences, they want to laugh, but I shouldn't laugh. And so we even had scenes of audiences going through the same, back and forth, because it's you don't know what to do. It's painful, but somehow, Honeycutt, played by the great Thomas Byrd, he's amazing in the film, but it's tricky. And also, when you see the film, those scenes where Tommy Davis and Stephen Glover, they cry every time we had to do a film. Every time we do a scene, we had to blacken up. They would cry. You know, it was painful.